Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gents, all my fellow brothers and sisters of the True Hill Nation. It is your good brother, J News, with another rendition of J News Japan. We're here talking about Lions Break Collision Episode 3. Another short recap, another two-match show, about half an hour, and we're going to get right into it. The first match of the night was a tag team match between two put together tag teams. We have one side with former Young Lion Carl Fredericks and current Young Lion Clark Connors versus Mexican luchador Mr. Misterioso and young up-and-comer the DKC. The match lasted about eight minutes or so. I would say that for the majority of the match, we saw more progress in Clark Connors and Carl Fredericks in their wrestling abilities and in their characteristics. Misterioso, to me, more or less seemed like a generic luchador. And mind you, I'm not judging here. This isn't me criticizing. I've never watched Misterioso as a wrestler before, but just based on this particular match, he looked like your generic luchador. Very CMLL style esque. I saw him do Tope con Hilo, basement dropkick, and basic foundational movements in the ring. The DKC showed a little bit more fire this week, which was cool. More impact with his forearm and with his elbows and his kicks and stuff like that. So we'll see more out of the DKC later coming up throughout more shows. But the winners of this match were Clark Connors and Carl Fredericks. At the end of the match, after the bell rung, Jeff Cobb did come out and get his retribution, as he stated the week prior, on Carl Fredericks, as he basically deadlifted him out of nowhere and gave him a German suplex. And then after the proceedings were done from around the ring, Jeff Cobb was in the back and he cut a short promo. Second match of the night, we had the debuting filthy Tom Lawlor, former MLW heavyweight champion, up against New Japan mainstay and LA Dojo original Rocky Romero. The match lasted about 10 minutes or so. It was a very well-paced match, a lot of back and forth. Rocky stood his ground with Tom Lawlor here, just to make sure that Rocky didn't end up looking weak against a bigger guy. Tom Lawlor's a bigger guy, not height-wise, not by much, but you can tell weight-wise he's got some size on Rocky. First, I think it's the second or third time I've seen Tom Lawlor wrestle in a match before. I've never been a big fan of the MMA guys who transition into the ring. Style is more or less the same. Unlike Brock, it was just more ground and pound. No suplexes here from Tom Lawlor or anything like that. A lot of ground and pound, a lot of locking, a lot of submission technique. Good striker though. Obviously he had good stand-up game when he was a professional MMA fighter in the UFC. So his striking game was solid. You can feel the impact through the screen when he was hitting Rocky Romero. So that caught my eye. I look forward to seeing more out of Tom Lawlor. This was more of an introduction or a reintroduction, should I say, to me, from Tom Lawlor. In this particular match, Tom Lawlor did end up winning this match against Rocky Romero with a rear naked choke. His rear naked choke is akin to what Karrion Kross uses in NXT, that straight jacket chokehold. And then after the match was over, he cut a promo in the back basically saying that he's the toughest SOB on the planet and that no one can hang with him. And when he's in a match, he's the only one who's safe in that ring. And he's the filthiest of them all. Next week, we have, according to what Kevin Kelly said, the biggest show of the Lions Break Collision coming up. We'll see as to what else happens if they continue with the storyline between Jeff Cobb and Carl Fredericks. Hopefully they get a one-on-one match sometime soon. Probably more matches with the other young lions in the dojo and guys who've done seminars in the dojo, like the DKC. We'll probably see TJP again, and other wrestlers as well. Ziggy Dice, just to bring this up, Ziggy Dice, former NWA television champion, he also took some of those LA Dojo seminar classes, and I know that there's been rumblings about him signing with AEW, but he hasn't signed anywhere yet officially. So and he's from the West Coast, from what I believe. So maybe hopefully we'll see him here in the Lions Break Collision as well. But who knows? He might be there. There's more debuting wrestlers in the upcoming weeks. Maybe he'll be here as well. That's just me just speculating. So I just wanted to mention that. So next week's episode is going to be big. It's going to be grand. It's they were hyping it up. So we'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your good brother, J News, yet again. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. And as always, be good, take care of yourselves, and stay safe out there. It's late. I'm out. Peace.